I'm super nervous about this. So, for the month of September, I'm challenging myself to be very strict with my diet. I think a lot of people can relate how difficult it is to resist when it comes to junk foods and to sweets. I'm one of those people who loves to combine savory food and sweet things. I could probably eat one pack of junk foods or chips, and then right after that, or even worse, pair it with an ice cream. Vanilla, please. So, in fact, last week, I still have an ice cream left. And I'm putting up myself into a challenge for the month of September where I shouldn't be eating anything in between my meal that has added sugar on it or that has sugar in it. I mean, yeah, added sugar in it, I think is the right word. So if you are a nutritionist and watching this, probably you can correct me. So help me out. So what I am trying to say is that I'm still going to eat 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I shouldn't be eating any food that has added sugar in it between my meals. My snacks should be healthy like fruits, or I still have to figure it out what substitution I can for my snacks. Like, for context, when I eat my meal, which are mostly healthy, it's so difficult for me to resist eating snacks in between those healthy meals. And the snacks that I am talking about are pastries, that includes cookies, additional bread, which is sourdough, but then if I'm going to eat sourdough as my breakfast, paired it with other healthy stuff, there's a higher possibility that I will be eating another piece or two of sourdough with thick peanut butter spread on it. Sometimes I just scoop 1 or 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and then just munched on it. I love bobas. I'm not a big fan of soda, I used to, but I love creamery, milky stuff. So cheesecake, eclair, vanille. I'm not French, I'm just trying to be sounding posh. Um, so yeah, that's my challenge. Basically, the goal here is to be very consistent and mindful of the added sugar that I am eating. I've noticed that if I eat so much sugary stuff, I have breakouts. I get breakouts. I noticed for the past few years, few months, that if I eat a lot of junk foods and most especially sugary stuff, I get breakouts. For example, there was one time right after coming back from a trip, the entire week I was eating chocolates, milk chocolates. And then what I have noticed was first, my skin was really bad. Second, my mood was really bad. I couldn't focus. I get tired easily. I couldn't keep up with the exercises that I used to. So I am pretty confident that with my experiences and with my observations, every time I eat sugared food, I have this, um, I don't want to say negative effect, but like a bouncy effect that you have the sugar rush and then you go down, and you've got the sugar rush again and you go down. So the goal is to be conscious about it and see how the effect is. The second one, I'm trying to hit 2 birds in 1 stone here. I really want to be consistent with my videos. I really want to be consistent with my content. So I think this is the best way that I could challenge myself to first be accountable with things that I eat. Second, be accountable with progress by documenting it. And by documenting it, I can share it with you. And also, there's a little bit of pressure when you know that you would like to share this with people. And lastly, I feel like I'm really blubbering here. And lastly, I hope I, I hope I learned something from this when I am going to rewatch it. And also, I hope that you are going to follow along this challenge with me, and maybe you can learn a thing or two and challenge yourself too. So, yeah, now on to my first meal because today is September 1st. Um, Breakfast, overnight oats here. It's filled with variety of nuts, dried berries, chia seed, banana, apple, rolled oats, and today I am using soy milk. I usually alternately switch from soy milk or almond milk if the budget approves. So, and then I'm going to record what I will be eating for lunch. And it's going to be very difficult because for this week, my mom is visiting, Nanay Wilma is visiting, and you know how I love my nanay. I just wanted to spoil her and I want to give her all the food, but also she's diabetic and I really have to make sure that she's eating healthy food. But sometimes when you're with your mom, especially with our relationship, we're like mother, daughter, sister kind of relationship. I just want to hang out with her. I want to do a lot of things with her, especially with food. And my Auntie Chacha is here, who is our personal assistant, who is helping us with taking care of the food and groceries. So it's just really a Filipino thing. Now I am blaming to be a Filipino. I'm blaming Filipino as my way of justifying it to find good food. So, but you know what I mean. When you have people you love around you and visiting you for a couple of days, you just want to spoil yourself and want to eat everything. Like you want to munch on everything. So this is a little bit extra challenge for this week, but I guess we're ready. Let's do it.
Nabugas mo dito ang napagod.
Logi, sa tamis, gid ni mo na nga.
Na
ako'y challenge. This is our lunch, canned corned beef and brown rice. I know it's not super healthy, but supposedly this is like a common breakfast thing, but I already had breakfast earlier. This is my dinner. Beans, rice, and then leftover corned beef earlier. So Nanay had some sweet stuff earlier and it was really challenging knowing that this is the first day, but I made it. This is our breakfast for the second day. And I had egg sandwich, sourdough, and then coffee. Pineapples for dessert. Lunch for today. So this lunch is not new to me, and in fact, this is one of my favorite. However,
Wala, kuya Juan.
yes, they had pancit canton, which is everyone's favorite, and I love it. But I'm skipping that. I told you, there's an extra challenge for this week. Dinner, chicken and swash, sweet potato soup. Correction, it's sweet potato ginger turmeric puree with brown rice. That's my second day. For our breakfast, we have sourdough, peanut butter, banana, and chia seed. Paired it with coffee. So today is my third day of no added sugar challenge in between my meals, and it's going to be a difficult day for today because we're visiting some family in the north of Cebu. And you know how it goes when you're traveling. It's very tempting to, well, at least for me personally, it's so tempting to resist from all the street foods that you can find along the way. So I'm going to show you some of the things. I hope I can show you some of the things that I really love eating when I'm going on a road trip, and I'll have to resist those. So help me God. For all my Cebuanos out there, Masi is the best. So as I've mentioned, we had a road trip, so we just had a quick dinner outside. Breakfast, we've got sourdough, peanut butter, mango chia pudding, and then pair it with coffee. I'm skipping banana and chia seeds today. Anyways, I have mango chia pudding. Yesterday I was challenging because we went for a road trip and it was very difficult to keep track with what I'm eating, but I didn't eat a lot. So that was good. Time check, everyone. It's 10 a.m. And this is usually the time that I would crave for something sweet because I feel like I needed a snack, especially when days like this where I have so many things to catch up because I wasn't able to work yesterday. I have so many things to do. I'm just completely packing today, and because I feel like I needed energy to go through this, I'm thinking I might need a pastry, a bread, a snacks, or anything. And the challenge is not to do that. So I might check on some peanuts just to get through it, but honestly, it's not that difficult. It's just that you have to be very mindful that you shouldn't be doing it because you know that in 2 hours you'll have your lunch. So water, and then I'll probably grab some raw nuts. So this is the peanuts or rolled nuts that I am talking about. It's not rolled nuts, like raw nuts that and the amount that you're going to eat also matters. So yeah. Back to normal programming. That's my lunch. I'm not trying to lose weight, so I'm going to pair it with some sourdough bread so I don't have to look for snacks later. And I know that some of you would argue that this has added sugar, which I completely agree, but I won't be eating anything after all these meals. I mean, I'm not going to eat in between this meal and for my dinner later, so. Coffee with soy milk, no sugar, and then I have the chia seeds with soy milk and mango and banana. That should be it for my food, and then my next food will be dinner. And that's dinner. Sweet potato carrot soup or puree. Dessert, pineapples. Our regular breakfast, sourdough, banana, peanut butter, chia, and then the mango pudding. I usually have the same meal for the entire week. I know it's kind of boring, but I think it's just simple for me and easy to prepare. Lunch, vegetable saute, and rice. We're on our 5th day, and I am so happy to share with you that I don't have so much sweet cravings. Although there is something in my mind that I wanted to eat, but I was able to resist it. And here's a regular dinner: sweet potato, ginger turmeric puree with brown rice. And I made it on the 5th day. Here's a regular breakfast. I had an early event on this day. I thought it was really going to be very difficult for me, but surprisingly, I truly managed, and I think my body has acclimated. After that breakfast, I had some Yakult and also mango chia pudding. The mango chia pudding is very easy. Chia seeds, mango, and then soy milk overnight. Toss it in the fridge, and there you go. And then here's my lunch. I experimented a little bit for my regular salad. I brought some quinoa wrap, and then I just wrap it, and it looks kind of crazy, but it's actually yummy. It looks enormous. I added some tuna and also some cheese. And then here's my regular dinner, which is the sweet potato ginger turmeric puree. That's our 7th day. We made it on our 7th day. I have my breakfast, sourdough, peanut butter, and then coffee. I skipped banana and chia seed. Here's my lunch. I finally was able to cook a little bit my quinoa wrap. So I added some proteins like tuna and then cheese. I had my turmeric juice. And then here's my dinner, my sweet potato ginger turmeric puree.